Welcome, everyone, to the Angry Turtle Podcast, and we want to introduce you to the most famous, eccentric person that I know, Dustin!
Oh, there's so much love.
I would have loved that one so much.
Yes.
I love it.
Didn't even try to kiss me. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not mad.
you going back and what? No.
I'm not mad about
I mean, that would have made sense. At this point, Johnny thinks I am gay, so.
Yeah.
Well, guys, welcome to the. We'll do this real quick. Welcome to the Angry Turtle Podcast. This is another issue. We have a fucking phenomenal guest with us
Heck
this
yeah.
week. You know, we're filled with a great guest, but this one is really top notch.
We're being joined by someone?
Tyson Cox!
Oh, it's me. Oh, it's me. Oh, fuck. It's me. Hi. Hello.
Welcome to the back of the turtle. Well, I hope you enjoyed that intro. I look like a sex offender.
Yes.
I'm digging the glasses, though.
I do.
Thank you.
Yeah. I won't drink any Kool-Aid from you tonight, though. Like, if
That's
you got,
fine.
it's very Jim Jones of you.
I'm only
but-
carrying hard candies.
Yeah, those are the kind of glasses you forget that people can see what you're looking at. You know,
I
So you're
forget
just-
that people can see.
yeah, you're just staring hard.
I got like one eye going that way.
Oh,
I was
man.
like, who is this guy?
Yeah. Well, I guess, yeah, we're back. We got our guest, Tyson.
Yes.
I guess
Yeah.
let's get started.
Hey.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Johnny, should we get this big question out of the way?
I think we should work into that
Uh-oh,
one.
yeah.
You just
Okay.
want to
All right.
go with shock factor
I've
Yeah.
been
right out
thinking
of the
about it.
gate?
I've been thinking about it all week,
Now
so I don't know if we should
Dustin.
jump
Go
in.
for it.
No.
Fuck it. No, go for it. Go for it.
Okay, let's bring this down a notch.
Scare
Let's get
'em away.
serious. Let's
All
get
right.
serious.
Okay.
Johnny and I have, we've been thinking about this all week long.
Okay.
We really wanted to ask you this question, so I mean, we need really need your input because it's been bothering us. What's better, cousin pussy or sister pussy?
All right. Hey.
Hey.
We gotta. Is it like sister wife like Mormons or like?
Like, would you rather fuck your cousin or your sister?
I wasn't no part of that. I wasn't
You
no
don't
part of
have
that.
to
Which one's better?
answer that.
Yeah, you definitely don't have to answer that one.
Come on. It's would you rather?
It's cousin. Obviously, it's obviously cousin. You
Well,
know?
if you got a really good, no, I'm just kidding.
I don't have a sister. I have cousins.
Oh, that's a good
Well, then
point.
you
That's
could
a
have
very
trick
good point.
questioned.
Yeah.
Could have trick answered it
Yeah.
like my sister because I don't have
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be weirder to, like, imagine a sister you would fuck?
one. Yeah, I definitely can't say I wouldn't.
I can't say you would. Oh, God.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Love that.
So we,
What a great start.
Yeah. So you want to hear? Here's a fun story. I have a joke about. I had my twin that was on Jerry Springer, and I was doing a show, and someone was like, "Oh," and they had like this look, and I was like, "What was that about?" Found out that their whole family has been on Jerry Springer. Like they had a whole episode. My brother just had like half of a commercial break, you know. And their episode was, the first one was pretty boring, but the second one was a mom gave away their daughter, or gave away their son, and then to adoption, and then like a few years later was ready to have kids, had a daughter. 15, 20 years go by, the mom picks up a hitchhiker, brings him home, and the hitchhiker and the daughter start to fool around, and then they find out that they're brother and sister. Yeah, and then I was like, oh, so did they stop immediately, or like carry on like they already did it, right? And they're like, oh, they did it for a few more weeks, and then finally he moved on. I was like, what the?
That seems to be a theme on that show because I saw another one where it's like a father-daughter. He was like, "It don't matter. I left her when she was a baby."
That's all right. That's not how biology works, sir.
It's like,
You guys
I left her, so I don't know her, so she's basically not mine.
Do you guys know about the crazy doctor here in Indiana that inserted his semen into, like, a bunch of women?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then there's, like, 70 or 80 people who are all
Yeah.
brothers and sisters?
Hell
I
yeah.
heard about
That would be... And
You never
It's
feel
such
alone.
that's such a weird gray area because they were getting in vitro
Like,
fertilization, right?
yeah.
But did they know did they pick the donor, or they just like baby go?
Well, they picked it, but then they thought.
Oh, and then
they
he
were
switched
getting-
it?
Yeah.
Ah,
And
what
he
an
was like,
asshole.
He's a dick.
What an asshole.
Yeah, I bet he has hella child support, right?
God damn it, you beat me into it. I was going to say it.
I seen it in your eyes. I seen him fluttering. Yeah, he hit me with the flutter. I knew it. I'm still in this joke.
So
His friends and family plan must be insane.
Crazy.
his phone plan must be wild.
Yeah, so I guess
Well, the more you have on it, the cheaper it gets.
That's true. That's true.
So I wanted to ask you, Tyson, like, what when did you start comedy? Like, what got you like into that? Like, oh fuck, yeah, I'm gonna do this shit.
Man, I found an old Bill Cosby record when I was like 12 years old.
Nice.
Like my dad had all these like vinyls, like he had like CCR Foghat, all the old dad music, and then he had 2 Bill Cosby albums, and I put those on because I was like, what is this? This is different. And I just listened to this guy just talking, and he made like a whole room full of people happy, and I was like, I want that. So that probably means I was probably like a sad, desperate kid or something. But I was like, that seems cool. And then like when I was like 23. I'd watched a ton of stand-up comedy. I like that Zelda shirt. Can they see? I'm just gonna start yelling. What?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah?
They can hear you.
They can
and
see and hear you.
No, I meant can the viewers see? I'm like, oh, look at that guy in that dog
yeah, no.
costume.
No,
That's
we look
wild.
crazy. We always look
we
crazy.
need to get a camera out there, but I don't know if we have to get like a waiver if we put them on or anything.
No, as long as you don't have audio.
Perfect.
Boom. Yeah. Society's a nightmare landscape.
We're learning.
But, but yeah, and then I started doing comedy proper. I think about dabbling like once a month about 10 years ago, and then getting
Dabble.
serious about 7 years ago.
Nice.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
cool. I guess I got to really. Can you tell me the bit about? Is it the resting hell yeah brother face?
Oh yeah.
I've been trying to tell people that, and I keep getting it wrong. Could you?
Yeah, well, it's like that all comes out because like I just it'll be a hard start to the joke because like I have resting hell yeah brother face, and that usually gets a laugh because then people look at me real hard and they go, yeah, he does. I'm just not,
yeah, brother.
Yeah,
hell yeah, brother.
When I heard you say it at the Sunday show, like the way you just sprung it upon everybody, it threw me off, and I was like, man, that is fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like to think of that, I was like, that was a beautiful joke. So.
Well, it's true too because it goes on because dudes it's just dudes in Kid Rock t-shirts see my face and feel so secure in telling me their secret thoughts.
Their secret
Yeah,
thoughts.
they'll just be like, hey. Like I was doing some stuff at my at a day job, and this guy walks up to me and he's like, hey, who owns this company? And I was like, Josh. He goes, Josh, that ain't a Chinese name. I'm like, all right, man. What is?
It's like I can trust this guy.
Yeah.
And then it just like, and I was like, all right. I was like, hell yeah, brother. And I wanted to hear what he was gonna like, where it's like, because it was entertaining. I'm stuck at work, right? So I'm like, all right, where is this gonna go? And I was like, no, he's American. He goes, that's good. You know why there's so many Chinese in universities? And I was like, no, but you're gonna tell me.
Crap.
He goes, that way when the Russians invade the Jews, they got a place to live.
We're back. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties, but we got it worked out.
Yeah, almost got in a street fight.
Oh, yeah,
Oh my God.
Well,
yeah.
Eventful.
Yeah.
That'd be my second one this month.
Yeah.
I forgot about
That's more than my whole life. That's so many.
I didn't know doing security at a comedy club to get you into something.
Oh man, I forgot you do security there.
Yeah,
That's-
you were good actually. He's a trained comedic.
Yeah, I forgot.
security guy, bro.
You're gonna bounce.
Yeah. Your testosterone level was through the roof, bro.
Yeah.
That's pretty much
It's
what-
like a switch too.
Yeah, I don't know. You probably have a testosterone dump right now. You
I
feeling
have
energized?
severe rage issues.
That's not a good thing.
It's not a good thing.
Are we just?
That's
gonna
why
be,
I'm always so I'm
we gonna
always
talk
stoned.
Good,
I'm always
good.
chill. So I'm always
Nice.
until moments like that. And it's just like
Hey, this is just your night job at day. I'm a comedian. I was telling jokes. The guy got mad. You're gonna have to step
He
in.
was like,
Yeah. He's like, don't say that joke while I'm.
Yeah, he literally stood up
Yeah.
on top of his chair and everything.
Yeah. It was really nice.
I actually get 2 inches taller when I get angry.
Yeah.
Your spine decompresses.
Probably look into that.
Yeah,
That's-
you guys had both good peacock. You threw your feathers out nicely. It was really nice
Look
to
at
see.
that little tiny rat.
Oh, the
Oh, look at this.
Oh, his
Hippity
leg
hopper.
is broken.
He's hot. No, he didn't
Oh,
broken.
that's it.
That's the extreme
No.
version.
He's dancing. He was dancing.
It was like hopping.
He was doing
It's
it.
just
He couldn't get his rhythm. His foot were getting stuck in the cracks of the sidewalk. He's
yeah,
so
sure.
small.
So we were talking about the Chinese and
the palsy.
Jews.
Oh,
I
I have no idea where that. I don't know where that
Where
story
did it
cut
go?
out at, but yeah, no, like Jews will walk up to me all the time and just say wild stuff. Like he was just like, yeah, the Chinese are there because the Russians are going to invade the Jews and they'll need a place to live. And I'm just like, hell yeah, brother. You know?
Hell
Like,
yeah, brother. Hell yeah.
yeah. And then he was like, hey, do you want a natty ice from the cab of my running semi truck? I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, you can drink as many as you want. You'll never get drunk, brother. I'm like, I was like, no, I'm working. He goes, me too. I'm like, no. Oh God! And then he was like, "Yeah, my wife's an oracle. She got one eye. You want to know why?" Yeah, this is one true story. And he was like, "Yeah, you want to know why you're going to hell?" Not like me specifically. And I was like, "Hell yeah, brother! Like, what's going on?" He goes, homosexual fornication. And then he took his shirt off and just wandered around the lot for a while. And then he came back, and I was like, I was done with this. I was like, come on, man. This is, whatever, go away. And I was like, he goes, hey, you got any, what do you do besides this? You got any side hustles? And I was like, yeah, I got a side hustle. He goes, does it pay good? I was like, yeah, it pays really good. And he goes, what is it? And I was like, I produce and star in gay porn. And he just goes, ugh, and just walks away.
Those are the sounds that are made too.
That's yeah, no, I get that happens all the time. It's just dudes are like, hey, let me just yeah, I'm gonna say it. You know, like, no.
Not gonna lie, at the beginning, I thought you said, so I have all these Jews come up to me, and I was like, Jews?
No. Dude, I started using Rogaine, but before that I was shaving my head, and no Jew would come up to me. I cannot grow facial hair. I did not look friendly.
Oh no.
You could probably go the side things, the side twirly things.
No, oh yeah, no. Even I can't grow hair.
Can't grow hair.
It'd just be long, straight. I'd look like Riff Raff from Rocky Horror.
What are you on though? You're on something that helps.
Yeah, I take finasteride and minoxidil for my hair.
I use minoxidil.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's in Rogaine. It's the 5% solution. Yeah.
Yep, same.
It's working. It's working. Huh?
Yeah, it works for mine. I was like, oh fuck.
I'll talk about
My
it.
shit
I
was
was,
thinning out pretty badly, and I was like, huh.
yeah. I'm trying to destigmatize this shit, you know?
Support us.
Sponsored by,
Yeah,
sponsored
sponsors
by
us.
Rogaine. Oh my God.
So I guess you have a question too, Lauren.
Oh yeah, I was actually gonna ask. So it seems like from my investigation, you are a beer drinker and a beer connoisseur.
I do love beer.
So what is your favorite? I don't know, top 3.
That's good. I like that top 3 because a lot of people are like, what's your favorite beer? I'm like, that's a lot of
hard
pressure.
one.
What's your favorite mead?
But like, but if I had to go like for like just chill, sit and drinking, it's gonna be like a Miller Lite
Oh, okay.
or a Miller High Life. Those are pretty decent.
Is that like a fancy Miller Lite?
No, well, the Miller High Life, I guess,
High Life.
is or whatever, but it's just like a light beer you can drink for a while.
Oh, okay.
But like Metazoa Brewery has a couple of beers that are like just phenomenal. Like Puppy Slumber Party and Trash Panda are great.
Trash Panda.
Yeah.
I love the
Yeah.
Trash Panda is a coffee blonde porter.
I love porter.
Yeah.
I'll drink that one.
I
Yeah.
heard somebody called Bobby Lee that in a fucking podcast. He's like, you trash panda.
Probably what it's from.
Yeah. And that, so like, I just like those. Like Narragansett's another good one that's coming out from like the Northeast.
Ooh.
It's like coming for like PBR spot of like good but cheap beer.
So you like 2 waters and you like a good beer is what you're telling me.
I like beer. I don't really like sours just because they're just sour. But like, I'll drink IPAs, double IPAs. Like I gotta be careful on those double IPAs because like they'll
fuck you up.
Yeah.
They will.
You ever been to Zwanzig's?
A what?
Zwanzig's, you ever been there? It's like a brewery pizza place.
No. Where's that
It's
at?
like, I think it's out in Columbus.
Okay.
But, it's super good. They make their own beers. Like they have like
Columbus, Ohio, or Columbus, Indiana?
Indiana. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
or somewhere near Brown County, somewhere in there. I think it's a Columbus. I think, but it's super good. They have really good pizza, and then like they make their own beers, and like they have like this pumpkin spice one that was like,
Oh, that sounds
they put
good.
whipped cream on it.
All right. Okay.
It worked though. Like
Yeah, I bet.
it fucking worked. It was good.
Dustin's like, I loved it.
And I'm not a big drinker, but I was like, damn, this is good.
You gave me a little bit of flashback when you said Brown County. That's what my neighbors used to call me in Florida. So
I thought that was just brown.
That's a cool nickname. Brown County. What up, Brown County? Like what up?
Nickname.
Yeah.
They called me that in high school.
That's my nickname in high school. Yeah.
What was your Indy's funniest? What was your question about Indy's funniest?
Oh yeah, okay. So I know Dustin and Johnny are in Indy's funniest this year.
I'm
You
doing it. I feel weird. I don't know. I
do
talk
you
to
feel
people. I'm doing stuff out there. I don't know what the rules are because some contests are like this one's for feature level comedians or like this one's for like first year of comedy. There's no rules of that on this one. And then I looked at the list and the only comics that have really been doing it for like I think 4 or 5 years plus are like me, David Brooks, and Pat Murray. I think are really the only 4 names that are.
Pat Murray,
Yeah, no stress there.
And well, that's the thing. Is like I'm like, and it's not to be rude to anybody. It's just comedy's a thing you get better at the more you do it. And it's like, are we just being mean or like? And I was like, it's not against the rules. And I would like to place in the top 3 one time.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm still struggling to put my phone away. I'm like, okay.
But Indiana is just fun. Like you're gonna get a good tape. You're gonna have a fun show, at least one. You know.
Yeah,
I'm going to rock my ski mask out.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody thinks this time.
Wait, and it starts a couple weeks?
Couple weeks, yeah,
I think when's your date?
I'm end of. That's the weird thing is like the day before
Tell me
mine.
your date right now.
July 28th, I think. So it's like the day before I do Indie's Funniest. Then the next day I release my album.
Woo!
And then the next day something else happens. And I'm like, this is a weird 3 things in a row.
So is your set in Indie's Funniest going to prepare you for your album show?
I recorded the album already. So this is the album show
wait, I saw that.
is going to be
Upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I love that upstairs.
It was
awesome.
fun as hell.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the 30th, I have another little EP recording show that
Ooh.
I'm trying to get started going with my buddy.
And what about you were on Cancel Culture also, or is it was it that I just seen him on? Is it the YouTube show that you just applied for?
Oh, the hashtag
Hashtag.
that show you.
Oh
did.
yeah.
I seen something
no, that
with
was
you in it.
yeah. That was a fun. It was a fun like internet series / movie. Sorry, my coffee is just sugar. So
We're out of water.
You're like,
We're out of water today.
Yeah.
yeah, but no, that was super fun. So that came out, and I was busy that night. They did it, but I got to be on like a drive-in movie theater screen, so that felt
That's
cool.
sick.
His shirt matches his car. I'm sorry.
Of course
I was driving.
Don't come on. We're talking to Tyson.
No, if you're
now.
driving, oh no, if I
Everybody
was
was like Bentley.
was it a Bentley?
It was a Bentley, but like it was a
Big-
lime. It was a lime green.
It looked like a Bentley
Yeah.
GT coupe.
And then okay,
With
and then he was also
with the wing scoop.
He was also wearing the shirt color of his car.
Yeah, of
So it was
course he
weird.
is. If I had that, all my clothes would just be that color jumpsuit.
Yeah.
And my personality would just be the fact that I owned that car. So
Yeah, if I had that car, I'd wear only Adidas.
Lauren's over here trying to kill me. She took my microphone.
My bad. Sabotage.
So
Yeah.
how much time do you guys get for Indies Funny? Like how much time do you guys get up there?
it scales up. First is like 5 minutes, and then it's 7 or 8, and then it's maybe 11. I can't really remember.
Okay.
Because it's a ton of people, and then it's less. So like the first show is like 11 people, and then if you make it to the second round, I think it's like 8 people or 7 people or 6 people, and then it's I think 4 people for the semifinals.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
fuck this. Let's pick his brain. How many people get by after the first round? Do they just take 1, 2, 3?
No, first round is I think 3 per round.
Sorry, Dustin. I have to do this to you.
Oh, yeah, because you guys are...
No, yeah, they put us together. Out of all 90 people, they put us together.
90. I thought it was like 112.
Even worse.
So many people.
Yeah, we could have been on a
Yeah,
separate
they put
list
us on-
there, but
Which
no.
I'm excited for seeing how many comics there are because like with like the more like quote unquote there's not really a competition, you know, like we all are a community, we're all working together.
Correct.
It is fun to be like to your buddy, like eat
I like
it,
to
turd.
hype it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Third.
But it is like I'm glad to see there's so many people because it is going to push everyone to get better and everyone's going to work hard. And I think the contests are good because it is a good way to get a good tape. You get it in front of a good crowd. So those are always really fun. I also really enjoy seeing people who have never done comedy before. They pay the $25 to enter. They bring 90 friends and then they just bomb.
Oh, my God.
Some of those are the best times. Like when old girl brought the mic out on stage and just like Alex was trying to get her off the stage. And I find that to be hilarious sometimes.
Well, it's fun. It's also a change of pace from just, going to mics where everyone's like, this is my new thought this week. you know?
That's true.
I agree. I'm curious to see what happens.
So are you nervous going into it since you've been doing comedy forever, so is it just natural now or
No.
you still kind of get nerves?
I
and you're
still
like,
get nerves.
"Ooh."
I still get nerves, especially. Well, it's like weird because I had to do the God mic. I was at the White Rabbit, and the guy who usually does the God mic in the back wasn't there, and I was just around. They're like, "Hey, you talking to microphones? Do you want to do this?" And I was like, "Sure." And it's literally just like, "Hey, get ready for the show, silence or vibrate, or whatever." And I got really nervous.
Oh, wow.
I was like, "Ooh, I hope I don't mess up the announcements." But no, it's a constant thing. Like there's still things I've been doing this, like I said, for like 8 to 10 years. And I still have like things that I'm like, ooh, I need to slow down more. I need to spend time and pick better words. So it becomes more stuff like that where it gets easier going, this will probably work.
Yeah.
But then it's the fixing it and or making it just like way better, that's where the work really starts to kick in now, and the work never stops.
You know what's super interesting that I really been liking is like how you can find laughs in silence.
Yes,
But like you can say a joke that's not necessarily funny, but the way you the way you react to the joke or the way you bring that silence on.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes I feel like it gets you a bigger laugh than like the joke you tell will. And I think personally for me, that's some of the funniest shit is like seeing somebody just like, oh yeah.
yeah.
I think that's like the funniest.
Yeah.
Especially when like a comic, well, not like when they mess up the joke, but when a comic does mess up the joke, you're like, or like it's a bad one, it's like, okay, well, we'll do that one again.
Well, it's because it's a fun, honest moment of like, hey, I'm in the room with you guys too. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Those are great. Like I don't know if you guys listen to like Paul F. Tompkins.
I have not.
He's great. He's the voice of Mr. Peanut Butter in BoJack Horseman.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, but he also does comedy. He's one of the, I love him so much, but he has that really slow, but also very deliberate word choices and like his inflection, you guys know that word? And his inflection where he takes jokes that aren't necessarily very funny on, like if you read it, you'd be like, okay, it's a weird story. But the way he does it is just so funny, and it's so unique to him.
Yeah.
Like if you listen to his album, he's basically all opinion, and that's there's like he's got punchlines, but it's just his thoughts and opinions on stuff, and it's infinitely entertaining, which is very weird to listen to because like Jesselnick is like really not much of a personality, but he's all punchline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like there's all kinds of room for that in comedy.
Yeah, he's very structured, at least that's what it seems to me.
Jesselnick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he hones those jokes, and it's because he did it for like 15 years or something like that, like before he started to get popular, and he bombed for the first 5 or 6 because he was just this dude telling these incredibly dark jokes, making people uncomfortable. But then he found the right way to do it in the right rhythm, and then that's what made it like click and shift into, the huge name that he is now.
Yeah, it's like stuff like that's super interesting.
It's a lot of variables to go into it, like
So much.
psychological ploys that can trigger the brain. The way, I had to, when we first got out of the class, I had to Google what a punchline was. I was like, what the fuck's a punchline? What's a chunk? There's a lot of variables. There's different variations of comedy, satire. There's like, there's a lot to learn. It is a new craft, and I definitely think with time you'll get better.
I actually remember in the class, you were the one who told us to write down, like we record it, we watch it, write down the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm going to try that. I was like, oh God, this is awful.
A lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, man.
But like I kept trying to ask, because I'd ask people, do you think like, Dustin, do you think comedy is an art or a craft?
I think it could be a little bit of both.
I messed up my question. I meant art. I meant to ask if it was art.
No, you're good.
No, is it art? I think it's more of like a craft.
Arts
Like it's
and
like wood.
crafts.
It's both, because I think it's like woodworking.
Yeah.
Where because like anyone can like nail some shells, nail some wood together, and be like, I made a box or whatever. But it takes like a real master over years and years and years to make like a beautiful oak cabinet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
At that point, you become a crafter.
And then you're an art. That becomes art.
Yeah.
you know?
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Yes.
Because like anyone can get up there and be like, hey, fingering? And people go, hey, all right, that's kind of funny.
That's
all right.
relatable.
Yeah. But then it takes people like Tig Notaro's cancer stuff. Like that's so beautiful because it's such a hard topic. And you could even tell like she was still dealing with it and the audience was dealing with her emotion and reaction. And like that's beautiful to me. Like that starts to become art, where it starts to touch people and really help them like process maybe some of their own stuff, or just something that they relate to so hard.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you think Nancy Kerrigan rules apply to the Indie's Funniest competition? Just asking for a friend?
Yeah, so if he comes up with you before you go on your show, buy metal leg braces now.
I almost needed them. Have you seen my shins? My feet are all like hammers or something.
No, I'm excited actually.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about it.
I'm just gonna get a bunch of breakaway pants and wear like 5 pairs.
Oh my god, dude! I love seeing stuff like that. Like, there's this comic I know, Willie Mack, and he's got this shirt on, and he didn't even do this on purpose. He was wearing, I think he was wearing a sweatshirt, and it was a white sweatshirt, zip up, and it was just his face on it, like a outline of his face on it. and he unzips it, and just in the middle of his set, he just unzips it and takes it off, and he's wearing a white t-shirt with the outline of his face on it. And I just wanted them to do that, like take that off, and he's in a tank top with just never mention it, and then just takes the tank top off, and he's got it drawn on his chest. I wanted to see that so bad.
I wanted to do this so bad at a mic, just like walk out and say stupid joke, and immediately be like, all right, that's my time, and walk off the stage, but actually commit and not come back.
Yeah, do it.
Everyone's just like, what?
A lot of people forget that this is supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're chasing a dream. Get goofy. Have a good time with it.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, I definitely like to keep it in that context. Sometimes I take it seriously, and it does affect me emotionally when I'm not getting the reaction from my peers. But I think that as long as I keep it in the context of fun, and if anything good comes out of it after the fact, then goodie.
So rule of thumb is if you're having fun, the audience is having fun. You know,
That's true.
like I forgot to have fun for 2 years.
What happened during those 2 years?
I was so focused. I was like, I have to turn this into a job. I have to crush. I have to get a laugh every 12 seconds. I can't, I got to do all these things. And then I was just miserable because I was forced. And then as soon as I like,
I'm definitely
I was like,
afraid of that.
Yeah, I just quit giving as much. I still care a lot, but I quit like being really anal about it. And I got better, and it was more fun, and it was easier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
You
just
said
always
anal,
remember have
you
fun.
Said, anal.
Well, you can get better at that over time too.
He said anal.
Yeah, so I guess you also have nerd news. That's one of my favorites.
Great show.
Bravo.
Thank you. It's
Love it.
Like you want it on Bravo, or you're saying
No,
Bravo?
I think it should be on at least Comedy
Bravo.
Central.
I mean, I would shit my pants if Comedy Central was like, or like cartoon. Who's the Adult Swim? If Adult Swim was like,
a great one.
Hey, can we just pepper these in between shows? I'm like, yes, please.
That's awesome.
Sold. Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's very fun to watch. I definitely love your comedy. I guess you were one of the. I'm kind of a weird guy. I knew it was Rand that was in the back. I just figured out. I knew that he was there.
Mm-hmm.
It was Alex. Then we had Mitchell. Then we had the wizard himself.
The wizard himself.
Yeah, the wizard
The
himself.
wise wizard.
I didn't know who Rand was until last week. Because it was so dark in the back of the class when we were at the stand-up class.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
giving me advice. It was just dark. I'm like, who is this Chris Stapleton-looking motherfucker back there telling me I'm about to get CPS called because I use a karaoke machine with my kids to learn, practice my jokes. I thought about that for 6 months. I was like, yeah.
I like Rand. Rand's really, really funny.
Yeah, you guys blew it away. You had the joke about how your dad does sex education with you.
Oh,
yeah, that. I was like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to write anything in that that spirit or context. I was like, man, that is such a beautiful joke. So,
But it's, again, like you don't be me, be you. You know what I mean? Like that's
That's deep.
we already have one of me.
yeah,
deep.
no,
That's
yeah.
deep.
Yeah, I read it on a coffee mug one time.
It's like a simple phrase, but that really is like that.
It was written on some white girl's wall.
in her kitchen. Oh, no.
The one thing I don't like seeing in comedy a lot is like, because you see it so much, like the typical comic mannerisms.
Oh,
You know them?
Yeah, I mean,
That shit, it's like,
then then just don't do it. You know what I mean? Like that's your fight against it. It sucks. It is a good little laugh tool. Sometimes you don't write a punchline, but you're like, that's the end of the joke. And so you just signal then that it's like, oh, he said it like it should be fun. Again, if you say it like it should be funny,
well, it makes sense. Yeah.
it'll might laugh. People might laugh, you know?
I think it's like the seeing everybody, like so many people do it at one time, especially and then watching it so much, you're kind of
like cliche.
yeah. It's like, I didn't realize how much of like a thing that is with people doing comedy either. It's like, I was like, that's so weird.
Yeah, but you are in it more than the audience. Audience has no idea.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, audience is like, oh, that's ridiculous. Oh, that's funny. And like you thumped it. So you're like, oh, that's the pop. It's the laugh. It's the, like even Jim Gaffigan will, he'll wiggle the mic just as like a little subtle thing. When he hits the punchline, he'll wiggle his microphone.
Okay.
Like he's even admitted it. It's like good thing. Like you're training the audience. They see that. They go, oh, that's the funny part.
I like when he whispers. Like he would say something like, "The sky is blue," and he's like, "It's actually yellow." Yeah, it's like, he's like, "Did you hear that? He's weird." It's like, what? Who does that?
So you said training the audience to let them know that that's the funny part. So little subtleties, like if you would like turn away after the punchline, stuff like that, or just
something like that. I mean,
I'll have to think about that. That's definitely interesting.
It's like little triggers to like people go, oh, okay, that's the funny. Like you still have to have like a punchline, or at least something. You should have a punchline, I should say, because I think you're saying it bothers you. Because it bothers me when I see someone not have a punchline, and then just like, ha. Like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, what was no? You
You're
didn't
just
earn that one.
Yeah, I guess it's not so much like, I guess not so much bothers. I guess is the wrong word to say, but I guess doesn't make sense to me. I guess.
Yeah.
Because well, until that point that you made,
Yeah.
because
Well, I
that
mean-
makes sense.
Yeah, but also there are people that abuse it. Like it's because
Yeah.
you care. It bothers you because you care.
Yeah,
and
that's
there's a ton of those little mannerisms, and we're all just trying to do the same. Like it's all the big box of tools, right? And so we've all picked our own little tools, and you can use different tools. Hey, I love your hair.
Hello outside.
I would do that.
You do that?
Yeah, with my hair.
I think that's called cultural appropriation.
I-
I think it's, yeah, come out to Indies Funniest with that. See what happens.
No, she came back. She's like, it is.
Too white.
She's like, no one that's allowed to do that would say that. Good? No.
Let's just pull out. Well, my daughter's mixed.
Well, you are not.
Close enough. I'm an associate.
I got a question. I see you with a bottoms up shirt, and I Googled it, and
Yeah.
they fill the fucking cups up from the glass up from
Yeah,
the bottom.
yeah.
That is dope.
It is.
That's sick.
It's my day job. Like I technically could go full-time comedy, but that's incredibly stressful, especially with gases going up to like $5.25 right now.
Oh, yeah.
Dustin pushed us
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
I have a saddle that I put on. I pull the car like it's a chariot.
Oh, that's adorable.
I got whip marks on my back. It's kind of sore.
That's
That
kinky.
would-
I like that
Yeah.
too.
I
Good for
think
you,
that's
bud.
also
I'm
cultural
uncomfortable.
appropriation right there.
I'm uncomfortable.
Not if it's a
I'm a white
sex
horse.
thing.
I don't know where to go with that one.
But no, I work for Bottoms Up, and it's the kind of, like they got the little metal ring and the magnet. It is really fun and cool. And I like working there. Josh Springer owns the company. He's the non-Chinese guy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, fuck. So do they have ones that you like, personal ones, like you like smaller ones?
Yeah,
or
they-
do you
they
have
have
to get
home-
a giant kegerator?
no, they have home units. Their I guess their quote unquote home unit is it's like a 2K kegerator, so it's just a smaller commercial one. It's high quality. They had technically a home specific one, but it was lower quality, and they're like they don't. So that's one thing I like about them is they don't want to put anything out that they wouldn't want their name on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they want everything they put out to be like done well and be proud of
I
it.
respect that. Yeah.
And it's good. It's bled over into like my personal life, and like it's helped me become a better comedian by knowing that I have to make sure anything I put out there, I need to be making sure it's good. You know,
Yeah,
so
that would
stuff
be
like that.
great if you could just have like one you could insert a beer into, and then it would automatically fill up the cup or something. That would be.
They have those.
interesting.
They have those, but it's so the problem with that is coming from the top down, which is going to cause turbulence, which causes more foam.
Okay.
The bottoms up system has like
Yeah.
it's designed specifically to have like literally a perfect pour every time. So like that 1/4 inch of foam, which is just kind of happens, but like. And you can change the sizes and whatnot, and it's super convenient. It takes like 4 seconds to pour a beer. Takes me about 3.75 to drink one. Yeah.
Ooh, is there like a competition for that?
Yeah.
There is, but I'm good at drinking a beer. I used to do a thing. I'm trying to bring it back called Tyson Reviews a Beer, which is a satirical beer
Yeah,
review.
that was a good show. I love that show.
I got to bring it back. It's
That
a
was
really
good.
fun way to just get in the door
Yeah.
with celebrities too. To be like, hey, I have a video. It takes 2 minutes. You don't actually have to do anything.
Yeah, I watched that a couple times. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, like I got to meet Ron Funches and Kyle Kinane because of
Yeah,
it.
that was awesome.
And I was like, hey, this is so fucking cool. But you have to be cool. You're like, oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
this is no, this is,
Internally, you're like,
yeah. Internally, I'm wiling out.
I remember meeting Esther Bavinsky, and I'm just like, can you sing me? Take it for me. I was like,
I love you.
There's shitting my guts out right now.
Yeah.
But no, there are competitions. But like Tim McLaughlin, you guys know Tim, right? He's up in New York now.
I seen him at Black Circle
Yeah.
just, about a month or so ago.
He's
very funny.
he's so funny. He also it's called I chug a beer because I have to be like look, I have to chug it. There's a thing called slip throating where you just literally pour it into your stomach. I can't do that. Tim does
Sorry.
that. Tim beat the shit out of me. He was just
Wow.
like and it was gone.
Like goozling.
Yeah.
Great guy.
My roommate can do that. He'll take water and just cram a water bottle. Just like, I'm like,
That's
how they hang out at night.
hey,
just chugging water.
two boys chugging water down the throat.
Non-sexual
gag reflex.
cramming water down the
Two
throat.
guys just taking straight liquids to the throat, my guy.
Very good
It's called
practice.
bonding.
Bros, we goozle down that water, dude.
What a gag reflex.
We stay
What-
hydrated.
Oh, yeah. You see my pee? It's a little bit of yellow, not fully clear because that's not healthy, but it's got that middle way. It's that middle spot.
That's not healthy. Oh no. No. My water is one of two colors. Your glasses are clear. Those
yeah.
are the two colors.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's about it. That's the color I was going for.
Yeah.
You're good.
I definitely love your outfit today. It is spot on.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You
Yeah.
helped me.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I was trying to, you supposed to say, ego.
Oh, you helped him with that?
Yeah, I actually shopped for him. Said, pick the shirt. No, I'm just kidding. Pick the damn shoes. Get the Jim Jones glasses. Actually, I called them, I think, Dahmers. I said,
Dahmers.
get the Dahmers. Yeah.
Dahmer.
So I have a couple of yellow glasses, and everyone's like, "Oh, you look like oh no, I can't remember his name now. It's not H. John Benjamin. That's the voice of Bob from Bob's Burgers. Who's that writer? Fear and Loathing.
Oh, we were just talking about it.
Hunter
S. Thompson.
yes.
Yeah.
He's my writer.
Hunter S. Thompson. He's the one.
Cocaine, coffee, and writing.
Bullets,
This is
right?
And bullets.
You had his whole life down. You had his whole day
I
schedule.
mean, it's cocaine, coffee, and writing. That's all he did. And then he would drink at the end of the night.
Ah,
And then he did that for 30 years.
You got to respect the man
Wow.
for following through on what
I
he
like
said
how
about
he,
his
Wow.
end of his life.
he started with cocaine. That's a bold move.
5 in the morning.
Hey.
That's
Cocaine.
I like how because he starts at cocaine, then coffee, and then down ends with booze. He's on a roller coaster the whole day. He's just like wee.
Yeah,
I love Coke.
Stimulant.
So Tyson, I want to try this new thing where it's like a trivia for thee and not for me. So I'm a
Okay.
fellow nerd.
All right.
And I understand a lot of few nerd things. So I have a few trivia questions about things that you specifically like.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
God, watch
So,
me embarrass myself.
Uh-oh. Let's do
What was the starter 3 Pokemon in Gen 3?
Oh, and Gen 3, I'm 33. Get fucked. It was,
I mean, I could say Gen 1, but that's pretty easy.
yeah. Well, that's the one I grew up on. I'm trying to think. Gen 3, was that one with like Chick Torch?
You're almost there.
That's all I got. I only do fire ones. I can't remember. I was like,
So it was Chick Torch.
Mag. No, that's why would they do
You lose,
fires?
Tyson.
I
You
do.
lose.
I lose. Yeah.
I mean, he made
Yeah.
a face though.
Yeah.
You're close.
I have a Charmander tattoo, not a Chick
All
Torch.
right, so
Yeah.
to the next.
Yeah.
What were the other two? It's gonna bother me now.
No, don't tell
It
him.
was the penguin, the blue penguin, and then it was.
Okay, but what's his name? You can't ask me
yeah.
trivia. What a frog!
Yeah, it was.
Fine. It was Linux and then a frog. I don't know.
All right, well that was a good try.
Wait, did you say you have a new game of one question? No,
It's 3 questions.
Oh, no.
it's one question with 3 answers.
Working on it. Working on it.
Oh my god.
Well, that was a good try.
That's like bread. It's a work in progress.
No, I like Pokemon a lot, but it's just one of those things. I love gaming. I love playing games. I just don't have time anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I gotta play PS5. I bought this new Evil Dead game and I played it for an hour. My buddy came over and then I just watched him for 3 hours play the game because that was us hanging out. And I've played it 0 since. I was like I was like I was like a cuck of video games. I'm just in the corner like, yeah, shoot that zombie.
I've been told
I like
computer
that.
games are better than like PS5 and Xbox games.
Yeah, but it's like, I mean, the console,
Awkward to play.
the console price creep is getting up there. Where you to get like a good PC, you have to pay like $1,100 or whatever.
Oh my god.
For like a good gaming PC or whatever. But now it's PS5's $700 or $800, so now it's not that big a
yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
Which I'm actually getting back into PC gaming because of all the extra you can do with it. Like I like console
streaming,
gaming.
all the streaming,
PUBG Mobile.
all the
Yeah.
Twitch.
PUBG
Mod.
Mobile.
Yeah.
PUBG.
Oh my
PUBG
God.
Mobile. Yeah. Buy a $1,100 computer to play PUBG
I actually
Mobile
got
on.
an $800 phone for that, sir. Don't judge me. The Asus ROG 5.
That's right.
The fucking kids were kicking my ass. I couldn't stand it.
We call him Johnny Goldbones.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bought
All
my
my
first
friends start
smart.
playing.
I bought my first smartphone so I could play Angry Birds.
That's a good game. That's a good game.
You know
Yeah.
what? I missed that. I miss Flappy Bird.
Flappy
Oh
Bird?
Flappy
my
Bird,
God.
yeah.
It drove me crazy, but I
Yeah.
loved it.
People went crazy on that
do you
game.
do you know the story behind Flappy Bird?
Yeah, it was the dude was like he wanted to make a simple game,
Yeah.
and then out of nowhere it just blew up. And
Blew
then,
up?
Did he
And then
commit
he said,
suicide?
no, people were committing suicide and losing and breaking their phones.
That's what it was.
Where
Yeah.
he's like, I gotta stop this game,
Yeah.
because people are losing their shit. over
Yeah.
it.
I love that he was like, I'm gonna make $1 million, which
Yeah.
is pretty cool, but also no, quit it, guys, stop it, and then he shuts it all down.
Yeah.
Like that's a wild. We live in a weird society.
Yeah.
We live in a dystopian future.
Why couldn't they just be like normal kids, like how we were? You get mad, you break your controller.
I was like, we're over 30. We don't need cameras on our childhood.
No.
Like that's,
No.
we were raised bad. Like,
Yeah.
And if my dad was wearing a body cam, woo!
I definitely didn't see my
cat
mom.
dog, hell yeah.
Cat dog.
Cat dog.
Cat dog.
25 days, a wolf and a purr, a baby was born, that caused a little stir. No three-eyed monkey, no two-eyed, two-legged frog, I don't know.
Sometime, no cat dog.
Cat dog.
Cat dog.
That last episode
Alone in the
fucked
world,
me up,
cat
though.
dog.
The last episode?
Yeah, where they show the parents and you're like, what? And
I
you're
don't
like,
remember.
I don't
They're
ever saw that.
Mexican?
No,
Yeah.
it was like
I
these
repressed
two
that from
weird
my memory.
creatures, and they're like, "We're your parents," and then they were like, "What? Yeah."
So was it a cat and a dog?
no,
All
it was
right.
these weird creatures. One thing looked like a gerbil, and the other thing
A
looked like a
gerbil?
fucking worm-ish thing with legs.
Why did I expect cat dog to have normal parents? Why did,
Like you.
any
Gandalf and
any
Shrek.
cartoon from the Ren and Stimpy era? I don't know why. Like Courage the Cowardly Dog. I've been rewatching bits of that.
Man.
I'm still like uneasy with
That
it.
show still gives me.
I'm so like,
Oh no, that's scary.
I'm so like, man, he's got real bad cavity.
Yeah, he does. He needs a dentist.
Get that checked out.
Here's a good question for you. So in Pinky and the Brain, who is actually the genius?
I like the idea that Pinky was like manipulating the brain because that becomes a really fun thing.
Yeah.
But it is also one of those things where I think they needed each other. You know what I mean?
Aw.
Like
I feel
life
like,
partners.
I feel like Pinky was the moral compass of like, you're gonna do something crazy,
Yeah.
but like, let's not do something
Who
crazy.
do you
Yeah.
think was the man in the relationship, Ren or Stimpy?
Switches, both of them switches. You cannot pigeonhole either of them.
Yeah. Do you think Battlestar Galactica doesn't get as enough credit?
I need to watch more of it, but probably not because I know that the storyline is supposed to be like really complicated and deep, right? The more you get
It's
into
just
it.
basically robots start taking over the Earth, and
Yeah.
and they basically start running, and they start having to just jump all over the place, and it does start getting complicated because the robots create living organisms that
Yeah.
blend in.
Yeah.
Wow,
Um,
that's
I-
deep.
And then it's you have to the question is who is what are they called? Like some you have
Fuck, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Cylons, yeah.
Cylons,
and you have to
yes.
add, like the who's a Cylon, who's not. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be it's one of those shows I've been really
I
wanting to
thought
watch.
that the ending, the last couple episodes there, they really blew it. I think they had a great story all the way to the end, but I just wonder why nobody talks about Star Wars and Battlestar Galactica, and then put Star Trek in there. Like Battlestar Galactica is like the stepbrother of
Because I like all of those things, but I think the fandom is starting to ruin some stuff. Like nothing can be okay anymore, right? Everything has to be the biggest, shiniest, bestest, most true. Just have a good thing to watch.
Well,
I watched The Northman. There was no big twist. It was just
great.
a good movie.
definitely a good movie.
That's the problem. Besides Northman and like Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh,
there-
need to watch that.
That's a great
No
movie.
spoils.
Great-
No
great movie.
spoilies.
I'm not gonna give it, but
Hey,
there's
it's the
nothing.
sea.
There's
It's the
nothing.
Sorry.
There's nothing original anymore. So people were just remaking things that were old and trying to make them better.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like things are on us. Like everything has to be all the top, all the time.
Yeah.
always.
Well, and audience is we're getting speaking and trained. We're getting trained to just want to watch. We're getting trained to just watch superhero movies. We're getting trained to watch these movies, expect the twist, and then we like that, and so we make more of that because that makes the money.
Yeah.
But like that's why like A24, the studio, they make all those like different weird movies, and then like Jordan Peele's doing like I want to see Nope real bad,
Yeah.
just
That's-
because
that's gonna be good.
all of his movies are a little bit different. They're more gritty, I guess is another way to put
Yeah.
it. Like there's not a big like, and we had to put a twist in.
No,
like
it's pretty
everything feels
yeah.
natural. Yeah.
Yeah, you put.
The Boys. Have you guys seen
Oh
that?
my god,
I binged that.
so good. Right
I need to.
now.
I'm actually leaving here to watch the 5th episode. So
I just finished it.
yeah,
Watched the
I-
whole thing yesterday. I had never seen it before.
I
And
love
was
that
like,
show. I saw this last few seasons.
When he
but
was
I can't
holding
see
your
it now.
hand, and
yeah.
that was the first episode. I was like, I love it.
It's fantastic. Have you guys read the comics at all?
It's very different from the comics.
It's very different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I read all. I watched the first season and I was
Yeah.
like, I love this, and I'm
Yeah,
so glad I
yeah.
watched the show first because the comics did not make me want to watch it
Yes.
because I understand they came out like the late 90s, right? Something like that, which is a different
Is
time.
it making
Yeah.
fun of Marvel?
It is.
In a way,
Okay,
yeah.
It is.
I was
So,
like,
Marvel and
yeah.
DC.
yes.
But
I love it.
Garth Ennis, he did Preacher as well, which I enjoyed that. But he has a bit of like, I'm edgy to be edgy. Like, I'm gonna put the grossest thing in here. Where The Boys, the TV show, is doing a really good job at really like satirizing and like modern
yeah.
culture and superhero culture kind of in the same way.
It's exposing the reality of like just because someone's a superhero doesn't mean they're fucking.
No, it's
Yeah.
honestly probably the most accurate
Yeah.
it was
portrayal.
if they were truly here, that's what would happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
power corrupts power. That's,
Yeah.
that's kind of how.
Like
it is.
I would pay to watch two superhero racers race each other for 2 seconds, and
Yeah.
they would make all types of toys and stuff.
Yeah, I mean they already do, right?
Oh,
you know,
that's true. Yeah, I'm
and it's. I also enjoy how they are slipping in like actual commentary as well because they had the guy Fat Neil from Community. He was in that start like that the whole Stormfront.
That was a twist. I was dick riding her real hard until she came out to not see it. And I'm like, oh, I should probably not.
The show is really good at
No,
making
yeah.
you be like, oh, they're
good.
great.
It's good.
Have you seen that show Invincible?
Yeah.
Steve Young?
So it's funny. It's very similar in a way.
I love that.
It's
I love
very
Steve Young.
similar. Yeah.
So I think it's similar but different. Where it's
Yeah.
it's the Superman complex, where Invincible is more of like the struggles of trying to put all this together and then finding
Yeah.
out
I
this
gotta watch
thing.
that.
Where The Boys is just
good.
everyone's shitty.
Yes.
Everyone.
Wyatt,
love it.
stop flashing that shit in my
Okay,
eyes.
wait, I have another serious question though.
Oh, yeah.
So, like we're almost halfway through the year, sort of. So what are your comedy goals for this
I
year? If you haven't already achieved them.
Definitely a good one.
no, it's good. I actually for the first time in my life put together like a 10-year plan.
Oh, cool.
Of sorts. It really gets to 5, and then there's a big 5-year gap, and then it's open comedy club.
No, ooh,
Okay.
very cool.
Yeah.
That's just gonna be expensive, but that's gonna be fun.
No, it's gonna be expensive, but hopefully I can afford it. And I want to do it in a way that's like, so my 5-year plan is all stuff that I can do, no gatekeepers. Like I want to do Edinburgh Fringe Fest next year because there's no panel. You can just do it. If you can afford to do it, you can do it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna write. I have a new hour that I'm working on
Oh, that's
that
cool.
is focused on just like it's called the Fool. Like the tarot card, the Fool is just like going on an adventure, going on a journey, not knowing the dangers. And that's kind of what I did with comedy. Where I just
crazy.
started. I didn't know anything.
That's cool.
So it's write another hour, do Fringe next year, record an album in 2023, and then start another one after that. So it's three CDs is my goal in 5 years, and then I have an animation project that I'm working on.
That'd be interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I love like
cool.
I love Bigfoot. I love
your
cryptozoological
Bigfoot shit. Yeah.
things. I'm working on a pilot for that, and me and my buddies are working on just short movies. I think like I'm writing those down because we don't have to have permission anymore. That's the thing. A lot of people, we read stuff and we're like, oh, they got booked by this or they did that. You can just do stuff now.
Right.
Yeah.
Like like if you have an iPhone, you already have a better camera than
Yes.
lot.
to 2008. You have a better camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of just do it nowadays. So
Yeah.
I got a lot of like little side projects and a couple of albums is the
Nice.
goal.
Yeah. So when are you releasing that album? The recent one.
my debut album, Dad Water, which is a culmination of like all the jokes I wrote for the past 6 years, is going to be out July 29th.
Woo.
And I'm excited.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's
He
the
said
day
he was
Beyonce
getting that.
releases her album.
And he said he was gonna get me a whole vinyl, and he was gonna sign it for me. That's what he said, isn't it? Just for me. Just for me.
I got just to plug that, I have an album release party at Black Circle that day, the 29th. Come on out. I have have some people on it. I'm gonna do a bunch of material that wasn't on the album to close it out, and other fun stuff is happening that day too. So
Awesome.
That is great.
What's your Instagram and your Facebook? If you
everything I
want to
have
follow
is at Tyson Cox
Tyson Cox.
Comedy. And if you like nerd stuff, I have the Nerd News Network on TikTok is where we post all almost daily content because I forget to edit sometimes.
Definitely check that out.
Yeah, check that out, guys.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
They're fun. They're super fun. Give us a follow.
Yeah, definitely. Follow Tyson Cox. Like you won't regret it. He's got a lot of cool stuff coming out. And dude, we really appreciate you coming on and doing the podcast.
No, I appreciate you guys having me.
So fun, man.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It was very fun.
Check us out on YouTube. We'll enjoy all of our other issues and
Maybe Spotify, maybe Apple.
Yeah, But we love you guys and thanks for watching and supporting.
Woo!
Yeah.